everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and I love doing DIY refashion clothes. Today's video, I'm so excited to share with you how I make this ruffle dress from 2 t-shirts. Here's the t-shirt I used. You will need 2 of them, one t-shirt with your size and the other one that's bigger than your normal size. First step, I'm using the t-shirt with my size to create the top for the dress. From the shoulder at the neck, I go straight down 40 cm, which is the width from your shoulder to your belly button. Then drawing a horizontal line at that mark. I measure the length of the end and mark at the middle. From there, I'm drawing a line to connect it to 2 sides of the neck. So it will look like a deep V-neck, then cutting by the drawing line. Remember to cut the back of the neck as well, and we will have the top of the dress. Moving to the bigger t-shirt, I'm using it to create the bottom of the dress. I'm drawing a horizontal line right under the hands, then cutting by the drawing line. At the end of the bottom, from the right side, I go to inside 20 cm and mark there. Then I connect that mark to the top at the same side. And drawing an arc line after that. After cutting by the drawing line, we will have the bottom of the dress. To make the ruffle for the bottom, I'm using the end of the t-shirt with my size before. I measure the width of the fabric and divide it into 3 parts with 9 cm each. So the width of the ruffle will be 9 cm. After cutting, I'm connecting them together to have a long fabric. Then I'm making a loose seam at one edge of the long fabric to create the ruffle. The way to make the loose seam is using the maximum of the thread strength in your sewing machine and sewing it as normal. After that, keep one thread and pull another one to create the ruffle. Then I connect the ruffle part to the main part of the bottom at the curved line. I use the pins to hold them together before sewing. To make 2 ends of the ruffle look nicer, I'm cutting a curved line there, and we finish the bottom of the dress. Now I'm making the ties for the dress by using the fabric from the top of the big size t-shirt. I'm drawing 2 rectangles with 9 cm width and the maximum length I have from the fabric. After cutting, I'm connecting them together by the pins and sewing. They will be the long tie for the dress. For the short tie, I'm using the fabric from 2 ends of the big size t-shirt. Doing similar to what I just did, I'm cutting a rectangle with 9 cm width and maximum length I could get from the ends. Then connecting them together to have the shock tie. Now I'm folding 2 ends of each tie together by the bins and sewing. Remember to sew a curved seam at one end of each tie to close that end. After that, I use the long stick to upside the tie and iron it to make it nice. I'm using the leftover fabric from the neck of the big size T-shirt to make the long fabric line with 2 cm width. I will use them to hem the neck for the dress. After sewing, I'm connecting one edge of the long fabric to the edge of the neck by the bins, then sewing. After the first seam, I fold the other edge of the long fabric inside and make another seam. Make sure the second seam is bigger than the first one, so it could hide the first seam inside. Now I'm connecting the top and the bottom of the dress together at the waistline. I use the bins to hold them together and sewing. After that, I fix the short tie to one end of the waistline and the long tie to the other end. Because the long tie is on the right side of the dress, I'm going to make a small hole at the left side of the dress, so the long tie can go through this. Remember to sew 2 ends of that hole to keep the dress not pulling after. And we finished this DIY. Here is my final transformation. This dress is just so vintage and perfect for my swing dance. I'm definitely gonna wear it to my social night soon. I hope you will like this video and find an inspiration for your next DIYs. Please like and share if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel to see my other videos. See you next week!